I'm a Rocketman. What's up guys, James here from Reflect the Screen, and today we dive into Rocketman, the raw retelling of Elton John's past, put up on the big screen. Actor Taron Egerton plays the superstar musician Elton John, and director Dexter Fletcher does his best to really recreate these high and low moments of Elton John's past. If you don't know who Elton John is, honestly just Google it. Listen, because I don't have too much time to tell you all about Elton John. Now before we get started, no, this is nothing like Bohemian Rhapsody. Bohemian Rhapsody, yeah, the second half was directed by Dexter Fletcher, but really the movie itself isn't a musical. This is a musical. Literally, there are moments where it's a full-fledged musical, and there's nothing wrong with that because I love a good musical, but you just have to get in that frame of mind, because if you go into this film not knowing it's a musical, you're gonna judge it a little harshly when the musical numbers break up the drama in the middle of an amazing scene, let's say. Now, the first thing I said when I walked out of the theater was that this is a once-in-a-lifetime role for Taron Egerton. My goodness, this guy is good in the film. He absolutely nails every single element of Elton John's past. There are a lot of emotionally draining scenes. I mean, a lot of scenes that required him to get into a certain place in his mind that he just aces. So I think that what Taron Egerton does here is really prove that he can be one of those elite actors. He was prepping for this role a lot, and it shows. It really shows. Now, the supporting cast in this movie really does help also. So it's not just the Taron Egerton show. The supporting cast is the glue to the movie. Bryce Dallas Howard, I didn't expect her to be very good in this movie, but she nails it as Elton John's mom for the most part. But Richard Madden, as the absolute jerk of a manager, John Reed, does a great job in this movie. Even Jamie Bell as Bernie gives probably the most down-to-earth performance in this movie. He's the yin to Elton John's yang, basically. So there's really no wrong turn you can make with any of the actors in this movie. Not for one moment did I think that this was a fun film. I mean, in the beginning it's a little lighthearted, but let's be honest, this is a very depressing, sad story. There are some moments in here where Elton John's got blood dripping out of his nose because of the cocaine he just snorted. Or there's like a lot of like family drama. You feel bad, but that's exactly the point of the film. So if it made you feel those things, it did its job. Now, like I said, there's like a ton of drugs, there's a ton of sex in this movie. Not everything boosted the film. I mean, I didn't necessarily think the sex scene boosted the movie. If anything, some of the elements were a little overdone for Hollywood, but it makes sense in terms of what the director's trying to do. He's trying to be very raw, like I said earlier. What I didn't like in this movie, because not everything was perfect, was this sense of surrealism within the musical numbers. So you're having a cool musical number, like it feels good, the flow is right, and then all of a sudden he's levitating on a piano, or he's literally like singing underwater, or he's, and I kid you not, this actually happened, in the musical number for Rocketman, he freaking blasts off into space singing Rocketman. I kid you not. Like, you start to see the boosters come up from his shoes, and as he gets into space, he's just like, I'm a rocket man, and just blast off, and it's insane. And I looked over to my girlfriend and I thought, what? If anything, it felt like across the universe in a sense. It's almost too jarring. So that's about it though for the negatives. There's good singing, there's fun moments to be had with the musical numbers, and there's really not much to nitpick. I think that if you even have an interest in Elton John, you need to see this movie. I think that if you have an interest in music, it's important to see this movie. Alright guys, so that's my review of Rocketman. If you enjoyed this review, shoot me a comment, let me know what you think of the movie. What's your favorite musical number even? Hit me up with a like, and subscribe for more content and videos to come. Go ahead and follow us on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and even Instagram. Again, thanks so much for watching, you guys, and I'll catch you at the next screening.